Gaurangera duti pada Jaradhana sampada Gaurangera duti pada Jaradhana sampada Jajane bhakati rasa tara Jajane bhakati rasa tara Gaurangera madhur lila Jara karne pravesila Gaurangera madhur lila Hridaya nirmala velotara Je Gaurangir naam la tar hoy premodar Tare moe jai bolihari Gauranga gunete jhure Nitya lila tare spure Gauranga gunete jhure Nitya lila tare spure Jajana bhakati ras Jajana bhakati adhikari Jajana bhakati adhikari Gaurangera sange gane Nitya siddha kuri mane Gaurangera sange gane Nitya siddha kuri mane Se jaye Brajendra sutta pasa Se jaye Brajendra sutta pasa Shri Gaura-mandala bhumi Deva jane chintamani Shri Gaura-mandala bhumi Deva jane chintamani Tar hoy praja bhume vasa Gaura premara sarnave Setarange jeva dube Se Radha Madhava Antaranga Se Radha Madhava Antaranga Hai Baba ne te thake Ha Gauranga bole dake Narottama mage tar sanga Gaura premara sarnave Setarange jeva dube Shri Radha Madhava Antaranga Duhe Bhavan Te Thake Ha Gauranga Bole Dake Narottama Mage Tara Sangha Gaurangera Tuti Pada Jaradhana Sampada Gaurangera Tuti Pada Gaurangera Tuti Pada Jaradhana Sampada Gaurangera Tuti Pada Jaradhana Sampada Sejane Bhakti Rasa Sara Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare हरे नाम संकीर्तन की एकादशी महोत्सव की श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नृसिंहदेव भगवान की श्रीला गिरिराज कृष्ण की श्री श्री राधा रमन जी की Shri Chaitanya Bhagavata, Chapter 5, Eating the Mendicant Brahmana's Offering by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Jaya Bhakta Priya Prabhu Vishvambhara Dhoja Vajrankusa Pada Maha Maheshwara. All the glories to the devotees, beloved Lord Vishvambhara, whose lotus feet are marked with flag, thunderbolt, and goad, is the Lord of all lords. So all devotees in Navadip, Jagannath Puri, entire Navadip, Nadia, all everywhere, those time, everyone's the most beloved was Gaurahari. He namate ache Prabhu Jagannatha ghare alakshite bahu vidha so prakasha kare. In this way, the Lord secretly manifested various pastimes while residing in the house of Jagannath Mishra. ekadin daki bole Mishra Purandara Amar pustaka ana Bapa Vishvambhara. One day Jagannath Mishra called to Vishvambhara, my dear son, please bring my book. Bapera bachana suni Ghare dhaya jaya Runu junu koriye Nupura baje paya. Hearing his father's words, Vishvambhara ran into the room and the sound of ankle bells was heard as he moved. Mishra bole kotha suni Nupurer dhoni Chaturdike chaya doi Brahmana brahmani. Jagannath Mishra said, from where is the sound of ankle bells coming? The Brahmana couple then began to look around. They are not able to feel or see that this rim-jim sound is actually coming from the ankle bells of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a small little Vishvambhara. They are not Vishvambhara's spiritual. He is always spiritual, but he is hiding his form, complete form. Amar putrera paye nahi kanu pura kothaye bajilo vadya nupura madhura. My son is not wearing ankle bells. So where has the sweet sound of ankle bells come from? हमारा बेटा तो पहना नहीं है पाउंजर, तो कहाँ से आ रहा है ये रिमझिम शब्द? कि अद्भुत दुई जाने मने मने गणे वचन न स्फुरे दुई जाने बदने. They both considered the incident to be most strange and they were unable to speak. Untiriya Prabhu chale lena khoela khelaite aradbhuto dekhe giya gruhere majete. The Lord gave the book to his father and then went outside to play. But when the couple went inside the room, they experienced another wonder, the footprint of the Lord, having all the wonderful signs. Sab gruhe dekhe apa rupa pada chinna dhaja braja ankusa patakadi bhina bhina. All over the room they saw extraordinary footprints decorated with signs like the flag, thunderbolt, goad and banner. Anandita dohe dekhe apurva charana dohe hoila pulakita sajala nayana. They both became filled with ecstasy on seeing those incomparable footprints. Their hair stood on end and tears flowed from their eyes. Pada padma dekhi donhe kore namaskara dohe bole nistari mu janma nahi ara. They both offered obeisances to those lotus footprints and said, we are delivered, we are delivered, we will not take another birth. One who even one sees the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu is delivered from material existence. In other words, such a person attains the supreme destination known as that place from which no one returns. It is stated in Vishnu Dharmattara. Tavad brahmante samsare manushya mandamudbuddhaya yavad rupam na pashyanti kesavasya mahatmanaha. A less intelligent person continually wanders in the cycle of birth and death as long as it does not see the form of Kesava. Understanding this, the Brahmana couple who considered themselves ordinary persons spoke in this way. Mishra bole suna Vishva Rupera janani Gruta paramarna randha apani. Jagannatha Mishra said, listen, mother of Vishvarupa, oh, go and cook some fried rice with ghee for our salagram. Ghore je ache na damo Damodarashalagrama Panchagabhya saku sakaleka ramutane snana. Tomorrow morning I will bathe our Damodara-shalagrama with Panchagabhya. The word Damodara-shalagrama refers to one of 24 varieties of shalagram shilas. One may refer to the 5th chapter of Hari Bhakti Vilasa. The family deity of Jagannatha Mishra was Sri Shalagrama. Panchagabhya refers to milk, yogurt, ghee, cow urine, and cow dung. Snana means abhisheka or bathing of the deity. So, Jagannatha Mishra thought that the shalagram they are worshipping in their house, they are actually walking. And the rim-jim sound was also because of them. So he ordered his wife. Earlier time, nobody took their name of their wife or husband. So the husband would call the wife by his son's mother. So eldest son was Vishvarupa. So he called Sachimata as Vishvarupa, Vishvarupma, Vishvarupkama. Just like we have seen how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya called his wife as Satirma. And said, please go, make some fried rice for the Lord. And I'm going to do a special abhishek tomorrow. Of course, Jagannatha Mishra is worshipping Shalagram every day. He's bathing them every day. But looks like not with Panchagabhya in a very bhavya manner. Buchila te nagare bule na apani otoeva sunila nupurera dvani. As I said, I can understand that our shalagrama is walking around the room, and that is why we heard the sound of ankle bells. These are the things for which we live. We have 2 shalagram in our altar. Once in my dream I saw 2 little personalities are walking on the altar. I was thinking, who are they? Who are they? So, Lord is very kind to his devotees. And we sustain by the reciprocation of the Lord. But in this case, it is Vishvambhara. He doesn't have to reciprocate. Vishvambhara personally, the absolute truth, Swayam, has come as the sun. And there is natural reciprocation. But Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata are not able to understand it because the yogamaya potency is hiding their son. In this way, they both worshipped Shalagram Shila with great satisfaction, and the Lord smiled within. Now please hear another wonderful pastimes performed by the son of Jagannath. One most pious mendicant Brahmana was wandering to various holy places in search of Krishna. He worshipped the Lord with the 6-syllable Gopal mantra, Klim Krishnaya Namaha. 6-syllable Gopal mantra, Klim Krishnaya Namaha. And he would eat only what he had first offered to Gopal. In the course of visiting various holy places, that fortunate Brahmana arrived by providence at the house of the Lord. That matchless effulgent Brahmana had a deity of Bala-gopala and a salagram sila hanging from his neck. He constantly chanted the name of Krishna while he kept his eyes half closed, internally released ecstatic love for Govinda. That should be our mode. We may go out for preaching, we may do many seva, but our heart is completely stolen by the Lila of Krishna, by the Lila of Gauranga, by the instructions of Krishna in the form of Bhagavad Gita. When Jagannatha Mishra saw the effulgent Brahmana, he respectfully stood up and then offered obeisances. Jagannatha Mishra received the Brahmana with etiquette due to a guest. A stranger who stays in a householder residence for one day and leaves the next is called Atithi or guest. The householders have the opportunity to serve such guests for only one day. It is the Vyavahara Dharma rule of etiquette for a householder to serve his guests. Honoring guests is as good as serving the spiritual master. In other words, a guest is as worshipable as Lord Narayana. Let me tell you, that Sukadeva Maharaj, he would not even stay more than 5 minutes. He will go to a specific householder's house, and you know that he was always moving naked. People know. Somebody who is walking on the street naked, either he is a mad fellow or he is Brahmagyani. People know this. In India, people know somebody is walking naked, they can easily recognize he's a mad or someone who is completely realized. So when he comes to any householder house, he'll be there only for 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes, means the time it takes for the Grihastha householder to milk a cow. And then he collects that milk and leaves. And that is the time the Grihastha has to interact with him, to ask him questions, to take his instruction, to take his association, to become purified. He personally washed the Brahmana's feet and then offered him a proper seat. How beautiful it is. Just think of Sukadeva Goswami going to someone's place, and that householder, so fortunate, washing his lotus feet. In our childhood time, we have seen many sadhus coming to our houses, and all our elderly people, they will come out with the most beautiful lota and a fresh bucket of water in a kamsa bucket and wash their feet with reverence, take him to the drawing room, make him sit nicely, feed him nicely, offer him obeisances. We have seen this. This is the beautiful culture of this land. After the Brahmana was comfortably seated, Jagannatha Mishra asked him, "Where is your residence?" The Brahmana replied, I am a wandering mendicant. I go wherever my restless mind takes me. Of course, a self-realized soul like this Brahmana will not have a restless mind. Pranati kariya Mishra, bole na bachana, jagater bhagya se, tomar paryatana. With folded hands, Jagannath Mishra said, your traveling is for the benefit of the world. The meaning of the second line of this verse is found in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.8.4. Mahad vichalanam nronam ruhinam dina chetasam nishreyas saya bhagavan kalpate nanyatha kvachit. O my Lord, O great devotee, persons like you move from one place to another, not for their own interest, but for the sake of poor-hearted grihasthas. Otherwise, they have no interest in going from one place to another. Today I am especially fortunate. Please order me, and I will go arrange for your cooking. The Brahmana replies, please do whatever you feel suitable. Jagannath Mishra then happily arranged all sorts of palatable ingredients. Jagannath Mishra and Shacidevi nicely cleaned the kitchen and kept all ingredients ready for cooking. Normally, earlier time, these mendicants, they will cook themselves, offered that to their salagram, and then partake in the prasadam. They will not eat cooked by others, including by a Brahmana. Satisfied with the arrangement, the Brahmana cooked and then sat down to make an offering to Krishna. Sri Sachidananda, the super soul of all living entities, then decided to give darshan to the Brahmana. Sarva bhuta antaryami Sri Sacinandana mone ache viprere divena darsana dhyana matra koritela gila vipravara samukhe aila Prabhu Shri Gaurasundara. As soon as the great Brahmana began to meditate, Shri Gaurasundara came before him. The Lord was naked, small little boy, Vishvambhara. All of his limbs were covered with dust. His eyes were reddish. His hands and feet were most beautiful. The Lord smiled and took a handful of Brahmana's rice from the pot directly. He then ate the rice as the Brahmana asked. Haya haya kori bhagya banta viprodake arna churi kori leko chanchala valake. The fortunate Brahmana cried out, alas, alas, this naughty boy has stolen the rice. Asiya dekhena Jagannatha Mishra vara Bhato khaya hase Prabhu Shri Gaurasundara. Jagannath Mishra came there and saw Shri Gaurasundara was smiling as he ate the Brahmana's rice. No fear, nothing. Why should I fear? He is the absolute truth. In anger, Jagannath Mishra rushed to beat the Lord. The Brahmana, however, got up and apprehensively caught hold of Jagannath Mishra's hand. Mishra, you are supposed to be a cultured Aryan. What is the use of beating this ignorant boy? Ignorant boy. The absolute sun, absolute. Parama Surya. But he's saying ignorant boy. Only one who can distinguish between right and wrong can be bet. Therefore, I forbid you from beating this child. Jagannath Mishra then sat down in distress, holding his head with his hands. He could not speak or lift his head. The Brahmana said, "My dear Mishra, please do not feel sad. Whatever is meant to happen on a particular day is only known to Lord Krishna. Please bring whatever fruits and roots are there in your house, and I will eat those today." Jagannath Mishra said, "If you at all consider me your servant, then please cook again. I'll make all arrangement. We have all ingredients for the cooking in the house. Please cook again, then I'll feel satisfied." All the friends and relatives of Jagannath Mishra present there also requested the Brahmana, "Please be merciful on us and cook again." Because Jagannath Mishra, every day there is a huge rush. Everybody is coming to partake with the Lila of Vishvambhara. And hence, huge congregation there. And when they saw Jagannath Mishra is unhappy and they saw the Brahmana would fast, so they all requested, "Please, हमारा ऊपर कृपा करिए और आप कृपया रंधन करिए, भगवान के लिए भोग बनाइए." The Brahmana said, "All right, according to your desire, I will certainly cook again." Everyone there was happy to hear Brahmana's decision. They immediately cleaned the kitchen. They quickly assembled all the ingredients, and the Brahmana began to cook. Everyone concluded, "This child is very restless, may spoil the offering again. Therefore, please take him to another house until the Brahmana finishes cooking and eating." Shacidevi then took her son in her arms, went to the neighbor's house. All the ladies there said, "Listen, Nimai, you should not have eaten the Brahmana's rice like that." The Lord smiled with his moon-like face and replied, "What is my fault? The Brahmana called me." Everyone then said, "Oh, deceitful Nimai, what will you do now that you have lost your caste? Who knows that Brahmana? What is his caste? Where is he from? Now that you have eaten his rice, how will you maintain your caste?" The Lord smiled and said, "I am a coward boy, and I always eat Brahmana's rice. How can a coward boy lose his caste by eating Brahmana's rice?" Saying this, the Lord looked at everyone and smiled. Krishna always accepts from the mouth of Brahmana, right? And from the Brahmana's house, he eats every day in the form of salagram. In this way, the Lord revealed his identity while speaking deceptively, but the influence of his Maya, no one could understand him. Everyone laughed upon hearing Lord's explanation. No one wanted to set him down from their embrace. As the Lord smiled and sat on various people's laps, whoever held him merged in an ocean of bliss. They are carrying Krishna, the heart, our original heart, soul of our life. Meanwhile, the Brahmana finished cooking again, so he sat down to make the offering. Dhyana Bala-gopala vena vipravara janilena Gaura-chandra chitera iswara. In meditation, the Brahmana called Bala-gopala to eat, and Lord Gaurasundara, the super soul, immediately came to know this. Mohiya sakala loka ati alakshite ailena viprasthane hasite. Putting everyone into illusion, the Lord secretly came before the Brahmana with a smile on his face. Unseen by others, the Lord then took a handful of rice and ate it as the Brahmana watched. Haya haya koriya uthila vipravara Thakur khaiya bhata kilo ekarada. The Brahmana immediately cried, alas, alas. And the Lord, after eating the rice, fled away. Sambrame uthiya Mishra, hate badi laiya, krodhe Thakurer laiya, jaya dhaya iya. And raised, Jagannath Mishra got up, took a stick in his hand, and chased after the Lord in anger. The Lord fearfully fled into another room with Jagannath Mishra chasing behind and chastising him in anger. Jagannath Mishra said, just wait and see what I will do to you today. Although I am an Aryan, you consider me a fool. Who has such a great thief for a son? Saying this, Jagannath Mishra chased after the Lord in anger. Everyone present tried to restrain Mishra, but he said, leave me alone. Today I'll beat him. They then pleaded, O Mishra, you are by nature magnanimous. What kind of intelligence should you exhibit by beating him? He does not understand what is right, what is wrong. Whoever beats such a child is a great fool. He will not learn simply by being beaten. Children are all restless by nature. At that time, the mendicant Brahmana hastily came there, holding the hands of Jagannath Mishra. He spoke, listen, Mishra, this child is not at fault. Whatever is meant to happen on a particular day will certainly take place. The Brahmana is reiterating the same thing again and again. Today, Krishna has not allotted me any rice. मेरा भाग्य में आज अन्न है नहीं. I am telling you, this is my realization. मेरा दिव्य ज्ञान आज हुआ है कि आज मेरा भाग्य में भगवान की अर्ण है नहीं. Feeling distressed, Jagannath Mishra was unable to raise his head. He looked at the ground and simply lamented. At that time, the most powerful and effulgent Vishvarupa came there. There is no comparison to the matchless sweetness of Vishvarupa's bodily limbs. A Brahmana thread hung on his shoulder. He is the source of Brahman effulgence, and though in a different form, is directly Lord Nityananda. The purport of all scripture is eternally manifest on the tongue of Vishvarupa. Thus he is always engaged in preaching devotional service to Lord Krishna. Sarva Sastrera Artha Sada Spuraye Jihaya Krishna Bhakti Vyakhya Matra Karaye Sadaya Dekhiya Apurva Murti Tairthika Brahmana Mugdha Hoya Eka Drushtye Chahe Ghane Ghana. Seeing his extraordinary beauty, the mendicant Brahmana was struck with wonder and stared at him continuously. Vipra bole karo putra ei mahasaya sabai bole na ei misrera tanaya. The Brahman then said, whose son is this? The people replied, he is the son of Jagannath Mishra. Suniya santosa vipra koila lingana Dhanya pita mata jara ehe nanandana. The Brahmana was satisfied to hear this. He embraced Vishvarupa and remarked, glorious are the father and mother of such a son. So, before you can, so this Lila, I didn't realize this. I have read so many times. Vishvarupa would come and request him and give him, will request him, urge him, please cook, please cook. But actually, without mercy of Nityananda, you cannot attain Krishna. Without mercy of Balaram, you cannot attain Krishna. So, this is something I could realize now. So, this Brahmana had not received the mercy of Vishvarupa before he could have received the mercy of. He is not able to understand. Mahaprabhu is coming every moment, but he is not able to understanding. He is not understanding. So now Vishvarupa's Krupa will make him see his master. Beautiful. Vishvarupa offered obeisances to the Brahmana. He then sat down and began words that were like stream of nectar. Can you imagine? He's Lord. He's the Lord. He is Ananta. Infinite universes are there. In every universe, Ananta is near Pitruloka. And on his head, the entire universe is resting like a mustard seed. And that Ananta is offering obeisances to a Brahmana, mere Brahmana. So that is why Achintya Veda Veda. When Krishna offers obeisances to Sudama, to this Vipra, or to his devotees, it is not artificial. It is natural. Lord considers these devotees to be his own. Whoever receives a guest like you has attained great fortune on that auspicious day. Although you are self-satisfied, still you travel about in order to sanctify the world. Vishvarupa is glorifying the Brahmana. It is our great fortune that we have a guest like you, but we are also unfortunate because you are fasting. If you fast while staying in someone's house, it will simply bear inauspicious fruits. My dear friend, my dear friend. This is a Grihastha. In a Grihasta's house, every day, some guest must take prasadam. Otherwise, you are a mlecha. You are a rascal. You are an idiot. And to set example, I don't think that in my house any day is left when somebody has not taken prasadam. This is standard of a Grihastha. Standard of a Grihastha. I am greatly satisfied by seeing you, but I am very sad to hear about what has happened. By seeing you, I am jubilant, but because you are fasting, I am unhappy. Therefore, I am both happy and sad. The Brahmana said, please do not feel sad. I'll eat some fruits and roots. The Brahmana is again and again saying, whatever is destined, that is going to happen. And today, the Anna Prasadam is not there in my fate. So please bring fruits and roots. Banavasi ami arna kothaya ba pai prayo ami bone phala mula matra khai. I live in the forest, so where can I get rice? I'm accustomed to eat fruits and roots in the forest. How wonderful is this? This is how we must live. Not attached every day to cooked food. You see, this Brahmana is a mendicant. How can he get every day Anna Prasadam? It is Jagannath Mishra made some arrangement for him this day, but this kind of thing never happens. Or doesn't. I seldom eat rice, only when it is easily available. I become so satisfied by seeing you that I feel as if I have eaten millions of meals. Please go, bring any fruits and roots or prasad that you have. I will eat that today. Jagannath Mishra, however, did not speak anything. He just held his head in his hand in distress. Vishvarupa said, I hesitate to speak, but I know that you are an ocean of mercy. Vishvarupa bole navo lite vasivaya sahaje karuna sindhu tumi mahasaya para dukhe kataraso bhava sadhu jana parero ananda seva raya anukshana. It is the nature of saintly persons to be distressed on seeing the sufferings of others. They always try to make others happy. So if it is not too much trouble, please cook for Krishna again. Third time. Can you imagine? Third time. So morning onwards, let's say 7 o'clock onwards, it has gone up till 12 o'clock midnight. Then my family's distress will be vanquished, will attain transcendental happiness. The Brahmana said, I have already cooked twice, yet Krishna has still not allowed me to eat. I have therefore understood that he has not allotted any rice for me today. If Krishna's sanction is not there, why should we endeavor? One may have unlimited foodstuff at home, but he can eat only with Krishna's sanction. If Krishna does not allot anything on some day, then even by endless endeavor, one will never achieve a thing. Sometime I have come in my house and I will have a fight with my wife, and with fasting, I will leave for the office. कोई भी कोई कारण हो जाएगा, खाना नहीं मिलेगा. It is practically the middle of the night. Is it proper to cook at this time? Therefore, do not make any further arrangement for cooking today. I'll simply eat some fruits and roots. Vishvarupa said, there will be no fruit if you cook. There will be no fault if you cook. Everyone will be satisfied. Saying this, Vishvarupa caught hold of Brahmana's feet. Everyone else also requested him to cook. Eta boli Vishvarupa dharila charana sadhite lagila sabe karite randhana Vishvarupe dekhiya mohita vipravara kariva randhana vipra Lila Uttara. Enchanted by Vishvarupa, the Brahmana said, all right, I will cook. Everyone expressed their satisfaction by chanting the name of Hari. They then quickly cleaned the kitchen, brought all the ingredients for cooking. The Brahmana then began to cook, and everyone escorted Nimai to another room. They thought today Nimai is the ultimate spoil sport. Everyone said, lock the door from outside so that he cannot get out. Jagannath Mishra sat in front of the door where the child was detained. Everyone said, lock the door from outside so that he cannot get out. And what a stupidity, no? We think we can lock Krishna. We can lock Krishna. We cannot lock Krishna. Jagannath Mishra said, that's a good idea. Thus Jagannath Mishra and others sat outside after latching the door. From inside the room, the ladies said, don't worry, Nimai is sleeping. He won't do anything now. As they guided the child in this way, the Brahmana soon finished cooking. The pious Brahmana prepared a plate for offering, then sat in meditation and offered the food to Krishna. Janile nantaryami Shri Sacinandana Chitte ache viprere divena darasana. The super soul Shri Sacinandana knew everything. He had already decided to give darshan to the Brahmana. Nidra Devi Savarei Iswara Ichaya Mohilena Savai Achesta Nidra Jaya. Thus, by the will of the Supreme Lord, Nidra Devi, the goddess of sleep, deluded everyone into deep sleep. Just like in Kamsa's prison, everybody was in deep sleep. जे स्थाने करे न विप्रा अर्न निवेदना आइले न से स्थाने Sri Sacinandana. Sri Sacinandana then went to the place where the Brahmana was making his offering, my dear friends. Balaka dekhiya vipra kore hai hai sabe nidra jai keho sunite na pai. On seeing the child, the Brahmana cried out, "Alas, alas!" But no one heard him, for they were all fast asleep. Prabhu bole aaye vipra tumi to udara tumi ama dakiyano ki doso amaro. The Lord said, "O Brahmana, you are indeed magnanimous. You call me, so what is my fault? Moro mantra japi more karaha avana rahite na pariyami asito mastana." You chant my mantra, Klim Krishnaya Namaha, Klim Krishnaya Namaha, Klim Krishnaya Namaha, and invite me. So I cannot resist coming to you. You are calling my name. You invite me by chanting my mantra, therefore I come and accept the foodstuff you offer. Some people consider that worshipping and offering foodstuff to Gauranga is performed by chanting the Gopal mantra, and by chanting this mantra he accepts the offering. Up to the time when deity worship of Shri Gaurasundara was introduced in the world, it was worshipped through Krishna mantras. But after the covered form of Krishna, the origin of all incarnation, mercifully manifested his own form, deity, and name to his most confidential devotees, Lord's devotees began to worship the deity of Sri Gaura by revealing the eternal name and mantras related with Lord Gaura. Those who are bereft of receiving the mercy of covered incarnation simply make a show of worshipping the deity form of Sri Gaurasundara with Krishna mantras. But Sri Gaura is not worshipped in that way. Such people are cheated out of Krishna's mercy because they do not realize that Gaura's pastimes are eternal. If one chants Krishna mantra, then Krishna or Gaurasundara accepts his chanting and manifests before the chanter. But if one differentiates between Gaura and Krishna, then his unauthorized endeavor for chanting Krishna mantras do not qualify him to see the form of Krishna and Gaurasundara, and his progress towards freedom from material existence is checked. Therefore, it is often found a worshipper has a lack of taste for worshipping Gaurasundara by chanting Krishna mantras. Those who do not realize that the worship of Gaurasundara is the same as the worship of Krishna are deprived by Sri Ramananda Rai from receiving the mercy of Gaura and the darshan of Gandharvika Giridhari. Due to the four defects of imperfect senses, the propensity for cheating, certainty of committing mistakes, and certainty of being illusioned, such people are unable to see Sri Radha Govinda and Sri Gaurasundara. Thus, according to the purport of the second of four original Bhagavatam verses, such people develop mundane endeavor or vision towards Gaurasundara and become disqualified to see him. Considering Gaurasundara as different from Krishna, such people with insignificant material vision see him simply as a sannyasi, a religious reformer, or a pseudo-sentimental saint. This actually, vindicates my way of worship. When I worship Lakshmi Narasimhadev, Giriraj Krishna and Shri Radharaman, I always worship them as Shri Gaurasundara. So, this is Shastra. Everything we must do according to Shastra. So if somebody, this Piyush Saigal, where is this Piyush Saigal? Slap him left and right. This fellow was following, saying, how can you worship Lord Gaurasundara? He is a devotee. We should worship him as a devotee. Somebody should slap. Who is there near Piyush Saigal? To slap to him. Gaurasundara must be worshipped as Krishna only. He is Krishna. He is not different from Krishna. You always desired to see me, so here I am. At that time, the Lord exhibited a wonderful 8-armed form to the Brahmana. In 4 hands, he held a conch shell, disc, club, and lotus flower. In one hand, he held a pot of butter from which he ate with another hand. Then with 2 other hands, he played a flute. He was decorated with the mark of Srivassa, while the Kaustuba gem and a jeweled necklace hung on his chest. All of his limbs were decorated with jeweled ornaments. His head was decorated with a garland of fresh gunja seed and a peacock feather. His moon-like face was beautified by his red lips. The Lord smiled as he rolled his eyes. His Baijayanti flower garland and sark-shaped earrings swayed to and fro. His lotus feet were adorned by jeweled ankle bells, and all darkness was dissipated by the shining of his toenails. The Brahmana also saw the abode of Vrindavan filled with wonderful kadamba trees and the chirping of various birds. He saw cowherd boys and girls in all directions. Indeed, whatever he had meditated on, he saw manifest before him. Are you able to see? Unlimited cowherd boys, unlimited cows, the eternal Yamuna, the cool breeze, the kadamba trees, the tulasi plants, varieties of flowers, and there Gaurasundara in his original form as Krishna, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Then other 2 hands holding butter. In one hand he held a pot of butter from which he ate with another hand, and holding the flute. What a beautiful form. I think we should read this song. Sai khane dekhe vipra paramadbhuta Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Ashtabhuja Rupa Eka haste nabanita Ara haste khaya Ara doi haste Prabhu Murali bajaya Sri Vatsta Kaustuva Vakhe Sove Mani Hara Sarva Ange Dekhe Ratna Maya Lankara Nava Gunja Vedasikhe Pucha Sove Sire Chandra Mukhe Aruna Dhara Sobha Kare Hasiya Dolaya Doi Nayana Kamala Vaijayanti mala dole, Makara kundala, Charana ravinde sove, Sri Ratna nupura, Nakhamani kiraneti, Mira gela dura. Purva kandam damba brukhya dekhe se khane Vrindavane dekhe nada kare pakhi gane Gopa gopi gavi gana Chaturdike dekhe Jaha dhyana kare tai dekhe parate ke. What wonderful, what wonderful. Seeing the extraordinary opulence, the pious Brahmana fell unconscious with ecstasy. Lord Gaurasundara, the ocean of mercy, then placed his lotus hand on the body of Brahmana. Wow. By the touch of the Lord, the Brahmana regained consciousness. Though in ecstasy, he remained inert and unable to speak. The Brahmana repeatedly fell unconscious to the ground, then got up in great jubilation. His body shivered and perspired. His hair stood on end. The flow of tears from his eyes resembled the Ganges river. The Brahmana then caught hold of Lord's lotus feet, began to cry loudly. Seeing the Brahmana's humility, Shri Gaurasundara smiled and addressed him. Lord said to him, please listen, O Brahmana, you have been my servant for many lifetimes. You always desired to see me, therefore I have come before you. In a previous life, I gave you darshan at the house of Nanda Maharaj. Don't you remember that? When I appeared in Gokul, you also joyfully visited the various holy places. By providence, you became a guest one day in the house of Nanda Maharaj. At that time, you offered rice to me in the same way, and after I ate your rice, I showed you this same form. In this way, you have been my servant birth after birth, for other than my servants, no one can see this form. I have thus disclosed to you confidential topics that should not be revealed to anyone under any condition. As long as I remain in this incarnation, you should not tell anyone the secrets that I have told you, otherwise I will kill you. I have incarnated to inaugurate the Sankirtan movement, and I will preach this process of chanting throughout the world. Gaurasundara said, when many persons gather together and properly chant the name of Krishna, I will certainly appear there. I'll preach throughout the world the glories of chanting the holy name through the process of kirtan. Some people say that Shri Gaurasundara did not inaugurate the chanting of holy name in his childhood. After he accepted initiation from Vishvarupa, he performed Sankirtan and enacted the pastimes of various naimitic or occasional incarnations. Thereafter, as a parivrajaka, the Lord personally preached in various parts of India and will have his servant preach the glories of Lord Hari all over the world. I will freely distribute the love and devotion that is desired by Brahma, others to each and every house. Brahma dije prema bhakti, yoga vancha kare, taha bilayumu sarva prati ghare ghare. I'll manifest that transcendental devotional service desired by the demigods headed by Brahma in the hearts of everyone without discrimination. In Satya Yuga, the transcendental absolute truth, Sri Gaura-Krishna, manifested his own name, form, qualities, and pastimes in the heart of Brahma, the first created being. Now the Lord will personally distribute from house to house the bright mellows of his service, which have never before been distributed. In other words, Lord will manifest and distribute his service in the heart of everyone without discriminating between woman, man, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, or Brahmachari, Grihastha, Banaprastha, and Sannyasi. If you remain here for some time, you will see many such pastimes, but do not disclose these things to anyone. In this way, after mercifully pacifying the Brahmana, Lord Gaurasundara returned to his home. The Lord then returned to sleep as a child, and by the influence of yoga-nidra, no one awoke. The Brahmana's entire body was filled with ecstasy after seeing that wonderful manifestation of the Lord. He smeared the rice all over his body, began to cry as he ate. I was thinking whether he will eat or not. This is not a normal rice. This is Krishna. He then danced, sang, laughed, and repeatedly cried out, Jai Bala-gopala, Jai Bala-gopala. Everyone woke up by the loud cries of Brahmana, who then controlled himself, washed his hand. Seeing that Brahmana had eaten without disturbance, everyone was greatly satisfied. The Brahmana thought, perhaps I should disclose to everyone what has happened so that they may be delivered by coming to know the Supreme Lord. The Lord who is sought after by Brahma and Shiva has advented himself in Brahmana's house. Let me tell them that this very child is the Supreme Lord so that they may be delivered. For the Brahmana feared breaking the Lord's order and therefore did not disclose the incident to anyone. In one hand, he has the, he was tempted. He has the temptation to reveal everything. Because once you have got something very wonderful, you want to share it with others. But then he remembered, Lord has said that he will kill me. So he would beg alms here and there and come daily to see the Lord. One who hears these wonderful topics that are confidential to the Vedas certainly attains the lotus feet of Krishna. Veda gopya ye sakala moha chitra katha ihara sravane Krishna milaye sarvata Adi-khanda katha jena amruta sravana jani sisurupe krida kore narayana. The topics of Adi-khanda are like a flow of nectar, for these topics describe Lord Narayan's pastimes as a child. Sarva loko chudamani Vaikuntha Ishvara Lakshmi Kanta Sita Kanta Shri Gaurasundara. Shri Gaurasundara is the Lord of Vaikuntha and the crown jewel of the predominating deities of all planetary systems. He is the beloved Lord of Lakshmi and Sita. The term Sarvaloka Chudamani refers to Supreme Personality Godhead, who is manifest to the 14th world and who is the topmost worshipable personality for both demigods and ordinary living entities. The word Vaikuntha Ishvara refers to the one to the eternally full in 6 opulences, Lord of Vaikuntha, which is situated beyond the 14 planetary systems of the material world, beyond the Biraja river, and Brahmaloka, which is devoid of all material qualities and unaffected by material time, place, and circumstances. The word Lakshmi Kanta referred to the Lord of Vaikuntha, the absolute truth, Lord Narayana. Many Bengalis, they don't call me Lakshmidhar, they call Lakshmikant. Because in Bengal, they don't write Lakshmidhar. Lakshmidhar, only Odia word. You won't find Lakshmidhar in Bengal. So everyone, anybody here, many Bengali, like our Amitav Mukherjee, he'll always call me Lakshmikant. So the word Lakshmikant referred to Lord of Vaikuntha, the absolute truth, Lord Narayana, who is endowed with 6 opulences, who is the worshipable Lord of Lakshmi, who is the predominating deity of original Vaikuntha. The word Sita Kanta refers to Naimitika or occasional incarnation of Vishnu, Lord Ramachandra, the son of Dasaratha. They who in Treta Yuga appeared as Rama and Lakshmana and performed various pastimes like killing Ravana, who in Dwapara appeared as Krishna and Balaram and performs various pastimes like diminishing the burden of the earth, who all the Vedas address as Mukunda and Ananta, they have now certainly appeared as Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. Okay? There are two categories of Lila. One is Nitya Lila, the other is Naimitika Lila. So when Lord kills a demon, that is Naimitika Lila. That is not eternal Lila. When Lord delivers someone, that is Naimitika Lila. But his pastimes with his eternal associates, that are Nitya Lila. Occasional. Because there are, you won't find demons in spiritual world. Accepting Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Prabhu as my life and soul, I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of their lotus feet. Thus ends this English translation of the Gaudiya Bhashya of Sri Caitanya Bhagavata, chapter 5, entitled Eating the Mendicant Brahmana's Offering. Haribo, Haribo. So, it was befitting that we read this Leela on the day of Ekadasi. We didn't plan it. It happened by Lord's arrangement. The wonderful Leela we heard. I hope all of you enjoyed it. And particularly, someone if has slapped Piyush Sehgal, then he will never make any mistake in understanding who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Riddhi Mataji is asking, today is Ekadasi and today only my father threw away my Japamala bag and picture. I worship of Lord Ram. I'm feeling very disturbed since then. I'm not able to feel any compassion for him. And my head is pained since this has happened. I don't know how to pray now. Please advise. This has happened for the third time in this lifetime. Mataji, don't be in anger. And don't see your father as your enemy. Nor you think ill of your father. What I would like, this is a very difficult situation when I have seen, in my preaching time, there are parents who have come to my house, threatened me with the consequence. And many things we have seen in our life, and normally they will be there, and we should not be worried. You should take this as a challenge for yourself. In spite of all the difficulties, you are determined to continue your service to Krishna. So please don't be disappointed, but internally you say to your father, internally you may say, you probably can snatch my bead bag from my hand, but my fingers are there. I can still chant using my finger, right? So many ways you can think that you can scold me, but internally you cannot stop Krishna from my tongue. Mala bag is in your hand, but my tongue is there to chant. So one thing you can do is that if he is becoming very violent, if she sees that you are chanting, then don't chant in front of her, in front of him. Chant there where, it is difficult to chant in a place when people are very envious. Like, for example, I have seen when I chant in train, many people, they come and sit along with me. They sit, they feel very happy because I'm chanting. But when I used to chant in Germany, because every weekend I will go to Aachen and I will be chanting. And Ramchandra would be waiting for me. And as I'm chanting, these German ladies, they would come and shout at me. Something they would say using their Deutsch language. And then I will realize, oh, he doesn't like chanting. So I'll chant internally. So these are all things that we have to recognize. We are very fortunate we are born in India. We are not born in Germany. In India, we have so many avenues to chant. And so don't worry. I pray for you that on this day of Ekadasi, Lord will surely bless you with pure devotional service. So Professor Piyush Sehgal is saying, no, I didn't ask that question, I asked another question. I was intending to say that since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna in the mood of topmost devotee, does it disturb his mood if we keep Tulsi at his lotus feet? As again, फिर वही कह रहा है, फिर इसको थप्पड़ दो रे, इसको थप्पड़ दो. But if I understood from your answer that devotees worship Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Krishna as done during Mahaprabhu Lila, Mahaprakasa Lila, please clarify if I have understood correctly and forgive me for my confusion due to weak intelligence. Yes, your intelligence is always very weak. Still you are asking the same question. I have understood your question 10 times better than you. You still have a problem with your understanding. So, dear friend, Mahaprabhu is Krishna. Okay, and this is what that purport we saw. There are some rascal, they consider Gauranga Mahaprabhu different from Krishna, or no, he's Krishna. You must put tulsi leaf. You can make him wear peacock feather. You saw that Mahaprabhu demonstrated himself in Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, and Makanchor, and then flute. What else you want? I don't understand. Why you are confused that you can't, why it will disturb his mood? We are servant, he is the master. He is the master, we are the servant. In fact, in the Kali Yuga, the best form of worshipable deity is Gaurasundara. And we are saying, if somebody makes thinks Gauranga Nityananda different from Krishna and Balaram, they will get Jamadanda. He is asking the same question in different way. Okay, Narayani Mataji, you can speak for 5 minutes. Narayani Mataji wants to speak about Krishnanusilanam. As I told yesterday, Mataji, I informed everyone, because this time, because everything will be done online, and we can't celebrate Janmashtami also within IIT Kanpur in a congregation. So, in fact, IIT group also will join with your team to make this event much more spectacular. Okay, so please speak.
Thank you, sir. Actually, this Krishna Anushilams, sir started this Krishna Anushilams last year, and it was an inter-school competition where last year many schools from Mathura district participated, and even after this, this particular event had a very good impact on all the students of even Gurukula also, because they were feeling that yes, we are worth it, and because almost all the prizes, no matter who was a judge, was spectacularly won by Gurukul, while they have forgone their trophies in all the competitions last year. So this year also, we wanted to start this, do this Krishna Anushilanam on 10th, 11th and 12th of August. On 10th and 12th, we will be having 2 online events. One is quiz and one is extempore. And on 12th, I'm still on the planning stage that we will be
Wait,
organizing.
Mataji, just a moment. You see, when is the Janmashtami?
12th of August.
12th of August.
Yes.
Wow, you should have prepared much before. It is too late.
Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, this point clicked to me so just 2-3 days back when I talked to you. And
I don't know why others were sleeping, what Radhakant was doing. I had not thought of when. I was thinking Janmashtami maybe around end of August, because last time it was 1st September or something, right?
Yes, Prabhuji, this time there is a Purushottam Mass coming from 18th of September to 16th of October. So there is one month coming for the Purushottam Mass, and then there'll be Kartik after 15 days from it.
Great. Okay.
So that is
So
why
then
Janmashtami
you have very little time, Mataji, very little time. But anyway, let there be a combined effort. And
Yes,
as I have told that we will from here, because last time we had a program here in Kanpur and around 1,000 school students participated in Bhagavad Gita quiz. Okay.
So
And also some this our IIT Kanpur team also will get registered, will get the students of Kanpur also registered in this program. So
yes,
quickly make online website.
Yes, Roji, the
where they can
website is
register.
about to be ready in 2 days. So because within
The
last
only
2 days.
problem with this online is that, you see, India is a country. There will be many students who do not have proper internet connection. That will be an issue. But that's not a problem because we have to continue anyway. So whoever has the internet connection, they will be benefited.
Yes. So Prabhuji, we have planned 17 events for various age groups, starting from newborn babies till 18 years of age. Starting from fancy dress competition to storytelling competition, both in Hindi, and in English. Then speech competition, then essay or blog writing competition. So, and photography competition, and this instrumental, and then drawing competition, and then our quiz also. And
I would suggest that tomorrow you and our team, like Bipul and Ravi and others,
sir,
you can have
we have
combined
planned a
meeting.
meeting. Yes, we have planned a meeting at 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, very good. Very good. Go ahead.
So
Lord Krishna bless all of you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So there will be 17 such events for which I'll be making all the creatives, and this website will also be ready. I think within 2 days, everything would be ready for marketing. And then we can approach various schools. And I have today made some coordinators from, except the quiz part, from the teachers of Gurukula, I have made some coordinators. So we will be creating certain email IDs on which all these entries would be received, and these coordinators will be shortlisting all the entries, and they'll be giving to judges. So what we am planning is taking all the age groups into consideration. We have got 48 entries. We have got 48 contests. So 17 into like 3 age groups, something of that sort. So as such, there are 48 contests in all. So I just want good judges. So sir, you have given 15 judges list, and I'm talking to Delhi's mayor also, because she's my classmate and she's a very good friend of mine. And I've got so many good artists, models, And as per your guidelines, like they should be little bit Krishna devotees. So not Krishna, but at least connected to Vrindavan. So I am focusing upon even Radhakant Prabhu said that he knows certain IAS officers. I'm also trying to approach Vedvyas Prabhu and even Piyush Goyal Prabhu, so that 2-3 industrialists must also be part of this particular. So I just want to pick judges from all the areas, some politics, some cinema, some good writers. There is one poet, Hindi poet, Rajesh Chetan, who has got some Bharat Ratna award type in poetry. So he is very good known to me. So he will also be coming for the poetry contest as a judge. So these coordinators will be shortlisting all the entries, picking out 20 good entries, and then giving to judges, because the judges will not be able to spare so much of time. So we will be giving them 20 best entries of all, and they'll be announcing first, second, third prize. So I'm planning that on 12th, we will be having a grand Zoom event on which maybe 5,000, 4,000 or 10,000 parents will also be there, teachers and everybody will be there, school management also, other school management, all the schools who are participating. And these celebrities will be coming and announcing the prizes for their particular contest. And if we can redefine this particular the outlines of this contest in tomorrow's meeting also. So this is what like something going on my head, but refining process is yet to be done, and yet lot of things is yet to be planned. But I'm just focusing upon the website work and the creatives work. Once these creatives are done, so we will be able to give what we want, and we can popularize among schools. So I'll be forwarding all the creatives to all the team members, whosoever will be coming tomorrow also, and all the coordinators also. And even I have from BGIS, even I have talked to Damodar Prabhu that he will be coordinating to all the Mathura district schools. And last year also, he and Chandrasekhar Prabhu has done a lot of efforts on visiting schools and having PR with principals. So let's see how the things turn up. This is what is the outline, rough outlines.
Yeah, please go ahead. And although it is very late, but let us still, because Janmashtami is coming and Janmashtami must be celebrated. And this is the day of online, and we must celebrate an online Janmashtami. So if plan properly, then I will give some input how we do the final program on the day of.
Prabhuji, one more thing was that is just an idea. Since on that meeting you have said that we can bring those deities of Radha Madhav from Jaipur. So can we organize a donation campaign for the temple also, where we can do Aarti and people can sponsor Aarti, and we can give some Aarti darshan to the online Zoom Aarti and all that. So if you want, because a lot of temples are doing it, so why not us? If you want, then we can go ahead on that part also. So we may get some.
We'll discuss this later, separately.
Okay. We'll
discuss this separately. This is so dear devotees, please accept the invitation from BGIS to this Krishnanusilanam, and please give your input and write your suggestion and anything to Mataji, our principal, Sri Narayani Mataji. Plus also, you are like Neha is in Delhi. She can always help, do advertisement in Delhi to get the children there to be registered. Similarly, everybody, different parts you are situated. Devendra can help some students to register in Bangalore. So like that, everybody should take the responsibility. Hari Om Birla. Are Hari Om Birla. Hari Om. This Hariom is listening or he is sleeping? Hariom. हाँ, देखिए लगाओ, हरिओम को लगाओ, मुझे पता है, this fellow has turned on and then he is sleeping somewhere. So anyway, I think everybody please take a proactive step here and let us try to register as many students possible, okay? And once Narayani Mataji gives the link, all of you can share to your near and contacts and tell them to spread it, and that way we can easily advertise, because it's short time, but still we can make it a very big occasion. Because today is already 15 or 16. So 16 means only 14 days and 12. So that is 28 days. So anyway, I think we still can do a great job. And by bringing Krishna into everyone's heart, we will please Gaurasundara very nicely. Okay.
Sir,
Mataji, you want to speak?
Yes, I have given my email ID. So any suggestion or you want to give me some inputs, please give me on principal@bgis.org. And also, as per your suggestion, there has been no registration fees on this. So it is all free for all the entries.
This is a free. We will try to figure out how to get this sponsorship, because it will cost some money to us, but it's free. It's free. So any other point, Mataji, you want to say?
No, sir, but I just want to say, if anybody has links, so they can we can help in some.
Mataji's email ID, please note and write to her. How can you help in this particular thing? Everybody should come forward to participate in this wonderful Krishna Anusilanam program. Neha is saying, we are all here for you, Riddhi Mataji. You are a part of our family. We all support you. Yes, I am with Neha for Riddhi Mataji. And Sanjay Sinhaji from Dehradun. Pious Brahmana got darshan in Brajalila. He again got darshan in Gauralila. Eternal servant always part of Krishna Lila. Is it right understanding? Yes, there is no distinction between Gauranga and Krishna. This is the point. So anybody who's in Gaur Lila, he is also in Krishna Lila. Sudhir is saying, Riddhi Mataji, this used to happen with me whenever I go home every time. Now they got used to my spiritual practice and they don't disturb me. So there, Narayani Mataji has given her email ID, principal@bgis.org. Kindly be in touch with Mataji and let us make Krishna Anusalam a grand success. Thank you very much. Haribol. This